Hey, this is Jonesy from Jonesy TV coming at you with a review for The Preacher, Season 1, Episode 1 pilot. I've loved this show. It's one of my favorite shows on television, so I'll be happy to bring you the reviews, and hopefully on Friday I'll be able to release the Geek Cast with our special guest Jake, and we're going to discuss what we like about Season 1 of Preacher, what we don't like, which there isn't very much that we don't like, and how we are excited for the next season. So this pilot really it offers a good baseline for the show, especially if you had never read the comics. I, for one, had never read the comics. I really mean to. I love the people who wrote the comics, and they are also the same people who wrote the Constantine comics, and uh, Vertigo comics, I believe, and so I really like the John Constantine comics, and so I'm sure I'd enjoy the Preacher comics. But as far as being a purist, I don't know if this adaptation, the first season, sort of like a prequel to where the comics start off. So if you're expecting it to be different, then you might be, I mean, exactly the same on a comic to comic basis. You might be a tad bit disappointed, but not. You shouldn't be, because really the first season is sort of just setting things up. So um, enough with the background. I think this episode was great. They introduced Cassidy in a really awesome way with the plane fight scene, and with him going down, and of course you realize he's got a supernatural secret. You don't quite know what's going on. The church scene with the spirit coming out, and of course having all those people blow up was definitely set the tone for the series. Tulip was perfectly cast. The actress who played her played a, who was that? I forgot who in Agents of Shield she played, but yeah, her role in Agents of Shield really didn't let her shine as an actress, but really her role as Tulip in Preacher really lets her shine. Also, I think Dominic Cooper was a perfect cast for Jesse Custer, and he has some good introduction scenes, and it sort of introduces him as somebody who is very skeptical, but he wants to do what's right, and he plays the character perfectly. I also liked his role in Agent Carter as Howard Stark, so he does have a little bit of a um, background in comic book adaptations, and so it's not his first rodeo, but this is a very different character that he's playing. I also, this episode, and of course the season in general, it has this underlying dark humor about it, and I really, really enjoy it, and that comes out in this episode, especially when Tulip makes the bazooka and shoots down the helicopter, and whenever, it's just hilarious how Cassidy kills the certain people on the plane. And this show is definitely not for everybody. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody who can't stand blood or can't stand really quite a lot of violence. It's one of the best shows on television, though, and this pilot really is a good solid episode. I'd give this episode a 9.0. I really liked the pilot. It was fantastically laid out, and for somebody who had never read the comics, it explained enough to get me going on. Now, of course, it tries to keep the plot vague at first, so you don't know what's going on. So some people might criticize that, but I actually find that good, because then it propelled me to watch more. So I'd give the Preacher pilot, season 1, episode 1, a 9.0 out of 10. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope you like and subscribe and come back for more reviews. And this has been Jonesy from Jonesy TV. I'm signing off.